Brent, this is what it's been all about for the past year, making sure that businesses can stay open. They've been operating under capacity limits and curfews for the past year, but Governor Lamont said that tomorrow he's hoping to have some good news for them on easing some of those restrictions. He also hinted about easing some travel restrictions as well. Right now, anyone traveling to Connecticut from anywhere other than New York, New Jersey, or Rhode Island has to quarantine for 10 days or get a negative COVID test. But those restrictions could be easing up soon.
We'll be opening up the travel a little bit more, trying to get some confirmation from my fellow governors.
It's welcome news for those who are already doing some traveling.
I think that's great. It's great for the economy. It's great for everybody.
While it's not exactly clear what Governor Lamont is going to say about travel restrictions, passengers here at Bradley Airport say it could make travel in and out of Connecticut a little bit easier.
Oh, yeah, because I always have to get a COVID test before I come. It's just a pain, but, we have to do what we have to do to be safe.
Dr. David Bannock with UConn Health says it's still important to take steps to be safe, even if restrictions are eased.
When it comes to travel, we still need to be careful. We know that, different parts of the country are seeing variability in terms of their the rate of COVID circulating in their states.
Niraj Kataria just got back from Houston, and while he's looking forward to restrictions being eased, he's not quite ready for a big shift like Texas, which announced it will soon be lifting all restrictions, including its mask mandate.
I think we should be more cautious. It's the tail end of the pandemic. Vaccination is here, so this is the time we should be a little bit more cautious.
Differences like those from state to state are also something Dr. Bannock suggests keeping in mind when traveling.
That might influence the amount of virus that spreads in those states. Variants also, seem to be occurring at different rates in different states.
He says travel could also impact how variants spread here in Connecticut, another reason to be cautious. Dr. Bannock also said that there are some indicators that we are ready to start easing some restrictions on businesses, things like a low infection rate and the vaccination efforts here in Connecticut. But he did say it's something to keep an eye on, make sure that we're keeping an eye on the community spread and that we're able to be flexible in case we need to be. In Hartford, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.